The coffee you drink every day might be protecting you from prostate cancer, but it could also be ruining your sleep at night. Not because coffee is a villain, but because most men over 45 are doing it all wrong. Hi, I'm Dr. Tiago, a urologist here in São Paulo, and on this channel I try to explain in a simple, easy way and translate what science does so you can apply it to your daily life and improve your health. In the next few minutes, I'll show you 3 things: why coffee might be protecting you from the most aggressive type of prostate cancer, why it worsens symptoms for patients with benign prostatic hyperplasia, and what is the main mistake most men make. Pay close attention here because this is one of the most important parts of the video. Coffee has 2 practically opposite effects on the same person, in the same body. On one hand, studies show that men who regularly consume coffee have a lower incidence of prostate cancer, especially the most aggressive, lethal kind that metastasizes. An American study that followed over 48,000 men for 20 years showed a reduction of up to 60% in prostate cancer incidence among regular coffee drinkers. But on the other hand, and this is the part no one tells you, this same coffee, when taken the wrong way, can make you get up 3, 4, 5 times a night to urinate. And it gives you that sense of urgency and the feeling that you can't empty your bladder properly. And that's where the mistake lies, because most men see these worsening symptoms at night and think coffee is bad for my prostate, so I'm going to stop drinking it. That's wrong. Coffee isn't causing the prostate problem. It's not enlarging your prostate. It's just exposing a problem that was already there, and understanding this difference completely changes the game. Think about this. Coffee goes through a filter so you can drink it, right? Your kidney does the same thing. It filters everything in our bloodstream, and the prostate will receive everything that is in our blood. So the question that really matters isn't, is coffee good or bad? The question is, what reaches your prostate when you consume a cup of coffee? And that's where a very interesting answer comes in. Many people think coffee is just caffeine. In fact, black coffee has over 1,000 bioactive compounds, meaning they have some effect on our body, including polyphenols and antioxidants. And what are these antioxidants? They are substances that combat oxidative stress. Okay, what is oxidative stress? Our body is being bombarded daily, every day, every hour, every minute by substances that cause small lesions through stress, through oxidation that happens right inside the cell. This oxidation causes damage to our DNA, and this DNA damage is what can sometimes favor the emergence of cancer, including prostate cancer, which is why coffee consumption can prove beneficial in protecting against prostate cancer. And there's another interesting detail. Coffee, when consumed without sugar, can help with what we call peripheral insulin resistance, which is the prediabetes of that sedentary man with a large belly. We know that men with prediabetes, metabolic syndrome, also have a tendency to have an enlarged prostate and to have more inflammation there in the prostate. Therefore, coffee acts on 2 fronts, fighting this oxidative stress and also helping with this peripheral insulin resistance, which we know is also harmful to the prostate. But I need to be honest with you. These studies, they show an association. The design of these studies showing this reduction in prostate cancer in men who consume more coffee, it's not the type of study design that allows us to talk about cause and effect. But since there are several studies pointing to the same outcome, that is, to a reduction in the incidence of prostate cancer, it seems, yes, that we have good and compelling evidence that, yes, coffee can have a protective effect there on the incidence of prostate cancer. But since it's not all roses, we mentioned there was a problem regarding coffee consumption. We're going to get into that part now, but first I wanted you to tell me here in the comments. How many cups of coffee do you drink a day? How many times at night do you wake up to urinate? I want to read them so we can understand your problem. And if this video is helping you, smash that like button, because that's very important for me to be able to keep producing this type of content for you. And if you're over 50 and suffer from benign prostatic hyperplasia, coffee can become your enemy without you even noticing. The caffeine in coffee will have 2 actions that will make you urinate more frequently. 2 main reasons. First, caffeine itself is, in fact, a diuretic, meaning that when you consume caffeine, your kidneys tend to generate more urine in your body, so you end up producing a larger volume of urine when you consume caffeine. Second point, caffeine actually acts on certain receptors inside the bladder itself, which in turn makes the bladder more sensitive to stimulation. So you combine the fact that you're producing more urine and your reservoir, that is your bladder, becomes more sensitive and will store less urine. So let's look at a very practical situation for you to understand. This is an example, okay? Without consuming caffeine, you produce... I'll give an example to make it easier for you to understand. 1 liter of urine and you urinate and your bladder has a capacity of 300 milliliters. You'll urinate there probably about 3 times, right, in that period. Now, if you consume caffeine, your bladder will store 200 milliliters and you'll produce 1 liter and 200. That is, instead of the 3 times you would urinate, you start urinating 5 times, 6, depending on the amount. Therefore, this issue we see in patients who consume coffee and the increase in urinary frequency, especially in those men who already have some symptoms of benign prostatic hyperplasia. To recap, benign prostatic hyperplasia is very common in men starting at age 50. About 50% of men suffer from benign prostatic hyperplasia, which is an enlarged prostate. Hyperplasia and prostate cancer are completely different. They're totally separate things. And since the prostate is near the urinary tract and pushes into the bladder, symptoms like a weaker stream, increased frequency, the feeling of not being able to empty the bladder well, and waking up at night to urinate start to become more frequent. And then you go and take a substance that makes the bladder more sensitive, making those symptoms even worse. And then there's another detail, coffee. Caffeine has an average duration in our body of 6 to 7 hours. Then a man goes and drinks coffee at 4 or 5 in the afternoon, feels the caffeine's effect at night, and wakes up 3 or 4 times to urinate. And then he thinks that coffee, since it's worsening the symptoms of benign prostatic hyperplasia, is worsening the prostate. But no, remember I said the effect of coffee is on the bladder and the kidney, increasing bladder sensitivity and decreasing storage. Therefore, coffee, caffeine, it doesn't directly affect the prostate, right? And then many men ask me in the office, Doctor, I read that coffee is good for the prostate, so I increased it. I'm drinking 5 or 6 cups of coffee every day. We need to learn that the consumption of these substances has to be in moderation and in the correct way. What do you mean, in the correct way? Let's see. This benefit of coffee exists with 100 to 200 milligrams of caffeine daily. So 1 cup in the morning and 1 in the early afternoon is enough for the protective effect against prostate cancer without worsening your hyperplasia symptoms too much. And there's a detail when we say that coffee, when science shows that coffee is good for the prostate, it's the substance black brewed coffee, without sugar, without any additives on top. A person sees that coffee is good, they go drink a cappuccino, they put in a lot of sugar, they put in whipped cream, they make that frappuccino. Anyway, they start making a lot of crazy recipes with coffee because coffee is good. They use that excuse to put in a lot of fat, a lot of sugar in there, and then that benefit that was this size creates a harm this size. And then, from something that would do good, you manage to turn it into something that does harm. Practical rule, if the coffee you're drinking has more calories than a cheese bread, it's not helping you, it's harming you. Agreed? So, after all this explanation, I want to give you 4 very practical guidelines for you to put into practice in your daily life. First of all, if you are under 50 years old, are healthy, don't suffer from benign prostatic hyperplasia, drink 1, 2, 3 cups of coffee a day without worry, keep going because science is on your side. Second guideline, if you are over 50 years old or already suffer from symptoms of benign prostatic hyperplasia, wake up several times at night to urinate, weak stream, that feeling of urgency, keep drinking coffee but swap 2 or 3 cups for decaffeinated coffee. Why? Remember I said those bladder irritation symptoms and increased urine production come from caffeine? If you take caffeine out of the equation, you still get the benefits of the antioxidants in coffee because antioxidants aren't entirely tied to caffeine, so they'll stay in the coffee and you won't suffer from frequent nighttime urination or that urgent need to pee. Why? Many men I advise in my office report a significant improvement just by switching from regular coffee to decaf. Third, notice how your body reacts. There's a small a small portion of people who are what we call slow caffeine metabolizers. What is that? I mentioned just a bit ago that coffee lasts on average 6 to 7 hours in our bodies. For some people it can last 9, even 10 hours. So if you drink coffee at 3 in the afternoon, you'll have trouble sleeping until 1 in the morning. So you need to observe. If you drank coffee at 3 p.m. and had trouble sleeping at night, you're likely one of those slow metabolizers. You also need to switch to decaf coffee, right? And fourth, this is the most important one. Pay attention here. Coffee isn't a superhero. It helps, it's an ally, but the man who takes care of his prostate is the one who gets routine exams, sleeps well, eats well, exercises, doesn't smoke, avoids alcohol, and lives a healthy life. See, having a healthy life isn't about depriving yourself of everything we have, especially when it comes to food. It's about following that 80-20 rule, okay? Don't use coffee as an excuse like, oh, I'm drinking my coffee, I don't need to get my prostate exams. Don't do that. For heaven's sake, that's not the message I want to convey in this video. What I want to say is, enjoy your coffee, drink it the right way, use it as an ally, but don't neglect the other things. Agreed? And before the final message, I need to ask you a very important question. If you're a man over 45, do you know how your prostate is doing? Most men, unfortunately, have no idea. I created a quick questionnaire, the same one I use for my patients here in the office, and it's free. The link is drtiagoguirro.com.br/prostate evaluation. It's right here in the description, okay? Click there. It's quick, free, and very much worth doing. You'll be surprised by your result. Anyway, I hope you understood the message and the advice. Enjoy your coffee peacefully, the right way, and without sugar. Also, don't forget to like the video. Subscribe to the channel. I'm Dr. Tiago, and I'll see you in the next video.